Yo, check this out. This is Wayne Wonder, representing for Warwick LTV. You see the vision, don't it? See the vision. Warwick LTV. Keep it locked.
Now, I'm gonna tell you. We, as bloggers, these are the issues that we need to address. You understand what I said? Set the bar for the youth. Share, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned to the channel. I don't know all this. Yes, I. Greetings once again in the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, and all things good and wonderful amongst us and about us. You see, once I welcome viewers and subscribers. Viewers, if you like the content, subscribe and make it good platform. You see, I don't know how long that one will be still, but you don't know, we're going to expound for as much as we can, for as long as we can. Because we see a little thing are going on. You see, in a recent time when Kibisha Wright, rest in peace, Keisha Wright and her 5 children there, you see, and when them enough is sick, Russian Bennett, enough is sick, yeah, I don't know what happened to him, you see, yeah, so we see some little upstirring and uproaring and going on and some, they call it, yeah, wouldn't say advocating, but we see some little thing going on with the development regarding the case that where even the DPP ball out for death penalty, so the more request the death penalty in terms of the case. And a lot of Jamaican as well, you know, feel somewhat, you know, positive regarding the whole argument of, you know, see, I may just see them think there's gaslighting, smoke screen, and some lazy people who hasn't done anything over time, seize upon an opportunity I use as such a tragedy for play politics, to get popularity and sort of thing like that. I act like so well and them care very much about poor people. You know, see, this is obvious even from the argument when we talk about the penalty and them sort of thing. So them not care or them not haven't done anything and them know, them aware of it too. So them are seize any opportunity like a drowned man catching after straw. But particularly in this case here, as some desperate guy, I use a tragedy as political clout. You know, see, and that I idiot thing. You know, see what I say? Because if you look on it, yeah, them really govern or structure them governmental policies based on the acceptance of Western cultures. You know, see, progressive nations, already developed nations. You know, see, in order to get curry favor, to get, you know, certain benefits, to get certain recognition from these so-called progressive countries and things like this. And if you study most of them countries, they abolish the capital punishment. You know, see, and strongly reject and rebuke any notion of it. And most of the country them who practice these things always get certain subjugation publicly, shame and name and, you know, see, a high level of resistance. So, and one of the reasons, these are some of the reasons why Jamaica abolished in the first place. Now we know the greed in our politicians them book and them for them laziness and dependency upon international help, because when it was being abolished, Jamaica was, believe it or not, a lot more independent and self-reliant, self-sufficient. You know, see, it's worse now. It's far worse. Jamaica is far more dependent now upon international support than in any other time in our history. You know, see, so it's the wrong or the last time for any Jamaican politician or policy maker attempt to be in disagreement with these progressive nations or first world nations, developed nations. You know, see, them not just definitely gonna, you know, accept it. You know, see, and two main course of business where them survive off of, where them rob off of is the backside and the tourism. Something that we can put a serious dent in both of these earners. You know, see. So just the argument, just bringing up throwing an argument like that out now this public sphere to get support and to make it look like, say, intentions are is to do something, the benefit and the interest of crime prevention. While there is so many things you could have done over the long term that would have, enable a bit of preventative, measures, now that wasn't addressed back then. You see, and I know I want to come put a plaster where they even have no adhesive on it, on a so-called wound, a big gaping wound, like crime. You see, you can only suggest that, and you only suggest that for appease the people, so that the people is more further distracted again with the hopes that the time when nothing not being done is that the item of value or a lobby or a campaign for implement this destructive thing. Anyway, one of the main things I want to show is what I observe from all of this is that, Jamaica Observer, the newspaper, I push this agenda. See, no, I don't agree with it. It don't work, and it not gonna work. Reasons being, one of the main reasons why it was well abandoned, because people are saying abolished. See, main reason why people are saying it was abandoned are because politicians used to use it. Sierra used it for kill off half or 3/4 of the PNP supporters criminal where did inner lock up. No, a lot of these men was not guilty over the time when capital punishment get served and things like that. It was proven that a lot of the people them that was given capital punishment by Jamaica judiciary was unjustly done so. So the punishment itself was highly toxic, given the fact that a lot of innocent men find themselves there. That's the record of it. See it. So it's like really and truly if you say, well then it's a stable way of get this thing in a control. It wasn't workable. See, so one of the reasons why the man them step from it in the first place. And I see the improvement in the justice system of Jamaica. If you say, well then, now it's more capable and competent to punish the right man. No, this is one of the biggest reasons for the resistance for capital punishment right across the world. Because there is nobody can 100% confident them justice system say the man who is gonna be, offered or given capital punishment is not innocent as well. No man in prison is, then the system is not 100% sure that this man is guilty or deserve whatever punishment he might get. Hence the reason a lot of men will get charged and sentenced for crime that would have required the capital punishment were found in a whole heap of first world country to be innocent of the crime, master. See, whether capital punishment in the system, yes or no. Because it wasn't in the system, they would have get a life sentence or something like that. And a lot of these men were found to be innocent. See, probably years after, they would have been punished. Years after they would have been punished as well if they were if the system did accommodate capital punishment. See, right now it happened a whole heap of man after 40 years, after how many years I walk free. How many men still in a prison after so long? It's one of the reasons why Jamaica had was to release a lot of its prisoners on death row because they were there too long. It's too much of a torture. See, we don't know what it's like across other areas of the world where, we don't know how it is, but them see it as torturing and know so them money cruel and inhumane treatment, and these men should be released. A lot of them get commuted to life sentence, something like that. So the point I try to make is America, Britain, and a lot of Western countries is not gonna have accept Jamaica administering capital punishment to its citizens. And more than that, Jamaican politician, licky politician, them is not gonna want to offend any one of these people who does not want capital punishment to be associated with people who, yes, they all do, hypocritically associate and business trade and everything like that with them same way. But these are people who have something to offer with them people here. Need Rasta. See, like oil, see. But what we have now, where we are going to offer when nobody not have, are just anything with them. This is the only rely upon the natural Jamaican, the individual Jamaican, them resource, them intelligence, and them way of inviting and be welcoming, see it, and bringing people and visitors on the island. And that might be, again, hard, see, because people know very well the effect of a protest. And if them a protest, no matter who them have down there and invite them and want to come, them know what them contribution and how it will benefit, and them just know say no, them not do it. I mean, the government themselves will make it more harder for them come as well. Them own government to make it harder for them come to Jamaica as well. See, so it's not a case like so well then, them having a foot for standpoint, them just do this thing and agitate as if they are doing something regarding crime or have any intention of doing anything towards crime, which is a high-level insult to the Jamaican people at large. See, them do deserve more, because more can be done for a lot cheaper. See, whole heap of little things could be implemented rather than these hate and abusive and want to see blood from the people them. I mean, the people them who run Jamaica Observer, I don't know who do it right now, but we know it was started by the Bushes, and the people them who more than likely in a position of own something like that would have more than likely live uptown, who are not being affected by crime, who would not be given the capital punishment. It has been historically so. Only people from the poorer part of Jamaica's population has ever been, punished with capital punishment at Jamaica. Not that they're the only one who has ever been charged, But before we reach to the point where there should be sentence of such, this case has been diminished down, to, systematically diminish to a point where this person would even get such a thing. And and then time you're in a case where it's obvious that this guy is the perpetrator of such crime as well. See, because if there's any doubt whatsoever, Rasta, he is gonna walk free. See, worse if a woman is the victim. Again, like me always explain, is the very diminished version of us that in our society, and we have to admit that. See, so we have to observe and pay attention to them farmer argument, what them is about. See, and why some guy will jump and push them sort of agenda these days when it's not feasible, it's not workable, and it's next to impossible. Why somebody are going to waste them time pushing such an agenda, developing and try constructing, initiating such hate among us? See, such uncertainty. There's so much thing to be done where the Jamaica Observer could have paid a lot more focus and attention into, with the resource that they have got as well. If they had the interest of crime fighting or, the abatement of crime in a Jamaica at heart. See, they could have paid people, find some money for pay some people secretly, tip some people in some account, secret account, for drop proper information, and these information could have add up. I mean, you see success before you pay no money, and the people, this is the agreement, and people know it. And you'd be surprised to see the amount of benefit that you would have done. See, like I say, see L.A. Lewis and Andre Stevens, I don't love call them name for me thing, I tell you the truth. Like I said, them name for me thing. See, I tell you the truth. See, but Mr. them though are a very, spoken about attempt or job. It could have been a lot more professional, no doubt. But again, these are things that need to be done. And again, we're yet to see the benefit or the result of them action still. To be fair, from my perspective, from my point of view. But it's undoubtedly the amount of pressure where them drive towards the GSAF from for them perspective for them actions. And them are just mediocre with a phone and a dark room or a quiet room. Jamaica Observer at the Star, the Gleaner, and them places was made for things like these. There's a lot of kids that could have done more proficiency and accuracy than all these two guys attempts were. Yet still, see things like these being done, attempts like these being made. Wickedness like them are being perpetrated, pushed on ghetto youth and ghetto people for, think this is rational, while, the wider world, I look down upon them sort of thing. Why are these people hell-bent, or why is it their intent to, see such a reality amongst I and I in Jamaica, as if we are not one of the most traumatized people on the planet, as if we are not one of the most degraded people on the planet, one of the most sidelined, one of the most stereotyped people on the planet. We are most deprived. We are under-resourced. You get what I say? Unlike you, the middle class who live uptown and can afford to live like the standard where any first world country can offer, you can afford to live that in Jamaica, because we always speak of the two Jamaica. The one that you are from a part of. The one that capital punishment would not affect in any way whatsoever. Because again, what are the likelihood for any criminal to commit any crime? The rate is not that, it's not that effective. If it was crimes against you, let alone uptown, there wouldn't be a need for the capital to even suggest capital punishment, because again, they are so few and far between. That's nearly, it would have been nearly non-existent by the island. So we can't see how it will benefit or gratify the item uptown to implement that. Except for see the more lynching of some more black man, because more than likely the item good I can all go, they go stand up and watch them thing that too, and the item have some nasty, bloodthirsty, sadistic nature, or still want to entertain these days, even when it's not no longer fashionable. So we have to find, we want to know the item intent to us, or the item a campaign and a lobby and a push for something when what way that benefit the item. Crime and violence affect don't affect poor people. Or is it a way for acquire more real estate when the population get diminished more and more by whichever means necessary? These are my disgust. I want to see from the thumbnail and from the little picture we run across streaming time after time, where how them look at us, how them view us. You can't cry for them little things. And you are the one of poor people, a foundation people, and you can't say your newspaper is a representative of poor people, because it's definitely not so. Anyway, we give thanks again, in the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I. Share, like, and subscribe. Rastafari.